supper time today, and we're sitting around 26 degrees. It was a hot day. I was going to go out a lot of stuff here earlier today, but it was just too hot. Out in the garden, same way. It was too hot. I see I've got some suckers there that had to be pinched off again. And we've got a lot of new flowers, so we're probably going to do a bit of pollinating. Over here, everything is just doing wonderful. I see peppers on almost every plant, a lot of them. Past years, these plants were up about this high before the peppers started forming. Now, the seeds that we use for these peppers, they come straight from a pepper that we bought in the store. So I guess maybe a slightly different variety this year from what we had last year, and they're producing peppers that are from a much smaller plant. Let's go out and take a look over in the garden, and we'll see how things are doing there. I'm anxious to see how the carrots are. Oh, the peas are up. They're up 1.5 inches. Nice. They're starting to shoot up their little tendril things there. Something walked across here. That would be a cat, I expect. Onions look good. Potatoes are looking good. Oh, look at this. Okay, we've got flowers coming out on this one. And my understanding is when the flowers appear, then that's when the plant is starting to make the potatoes. It's starting to form the tubes then. I don't know if any more of them have flowers on them. Let's have a closer look here. I don't see any more there with flowers on them. Right here. Flowers coming out on that one. I see some flowers over on that one over there. A couple of them over there. That one right there in the middle. Okay. So I'd say within the next few days now, the flowers here and here. In the next few days, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through and do a bit of extra weeding. And then I'm going to fill these in with the soil that's in the middle here. We're going to pull that up. Over here, our carrots, they're so fine, it's hard to see them all. They're not as thick as I had hoped. I think the rain may have beat them down a bit, but there's going to be quite a few there. You can see there where a cat walked up across there. These are wormholes here, by the way. The nightcrawler worms are on the go. And these are the sweet peas. And they're starting to put their little shoots out now. They grow really fast when they get going. I'll soon have to do a trellis for this. This lonely little potato plant here is doing quite well. You can see now the onions, they're coming up nicely. Got a few gaps there. But overall, I think it'll be pretty good. And our carrots, let's just have a look here. Okay, let's see. All right, so they're sprouting there now. So I think we're going to take off that cardboard now. I thought about doing this earlier today, but I was concerned that the sun was too hot for them. Yeah, so they're sprouting there. We're going to take off the rocks there, and then we're going to remove the cardboard and get a better look. Well, looks like we have an ant's nest here. That's not good. I'm going to set down a trap here right now. They're carrying away their eggs right, left, and center. Okay, it looks like they're doing quite well. And looking down here, we can see that there's a lot of germination happening. Unfortunately, I have an ant's nest over here. So I put down this trap for them. We're going to see if we can't get rid of them. They're carrying off the larvae in that there now, look. So hopefully that trap is going to take care of them. But carrot-wise, we have some good germination happening. You can see them coming up almost like microgreens. So we're going to get a net put over this now so that we can keep the bird's net from getting at them. We'll see how that works. Alright, so now that the sun for the day is about to go down, everything is cooling down, we're going to give this a good watering. Got a few hot days coming up again. I think we hit about 26, 28 today. Flies are just coming out. It's cooling down enough for them to be on the go. So there's the onions. We're going to water this down a little bit here as well for our new carrots before we put the netting on. Next couple of days now, the sun hits these. Hopefully they'll start growing much faster. Let's run some water down over our potatoes. We're going to leave that at that for now. We're going to head back over to the greenhouse because the flies are starting to get me here now. And we'll go from there. Okay. Well, everything out there is doing so well. Everything in here is doing so well. I am going to pick off a few of these suckers though. So, there's one there. Right there. Sorry for all the noise in the area here. Okay, I've got one there. And there's a big sucker up right here. We're gonna make sure we get that one off there. There we are. And up here. So all of these suckers, we're gonna get rid of them. These plants, you can see already how aggressively they're growing. And we basically, if we don't keep them clean and tidy now, then within a few weeks, we will have a jungle here. So it's very important to try to keep them clean here as we're going. Just looking in through here, try to find some more suckers. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. don't know. You guys see any more? The little ones down here. We're going to get rid of those as well. You don't want anything growing down at ground level like that, or down at pot level. That's where disease starts. All right. I'll leave that at that for now. Let's have a look at our peppers. Oh, look, in through here, look. Here. These plants are small compared to what I'm used to when the peppers are starting. Look at all these buds. We're used to them being twice this size before they produce, and then we're used to not having as many per plant as we're seeing here. We're really seeing a lot of peppers starting. Look at these up here, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 10 on that one plant there. Going up here. It sort of concerns me a little bit. I'm hoping that these plants are going to be able to get enough nutrients to feed this many peppers. This guy's a bit different. He may be a jalapeno. They're doing well. They're doing really well. Normally, before they're producing the peppers, I've got them all trellised, but they're standing quite well, and they're producing a lot of peppers. All right, so I've got to adjust the trellises here a little bit to try to keep these as vertical as possible. I don't want them running over each other here. I've got a big sucker right there in between the clip and the plant, so he's coming off. I used to be concerned that maybe I'd pick off something that wasn't actually a sucker, but I'm not concerned like that anymore now, because there is so much plant there that there's a lot to go around. All right, I'm gonna get this guy back up right here a bit. See if we can find a string here that will work for us. Get one of our tomato clips. I'm gonna push it right on here. There we go. I think we're good for now. Put these couple here up out of the way. Now let's try that again. Put them up out of the way. This one up out of the way. Last year's strings, some of them are a bit short, but as the plants grow taller, we're going to need a lot of them up above there too. All right. I think we're good for now. We are. So we'll leave it at that for today, and we'll see you next time here in the greenhouse.